Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Thank you for joining us here on Local 4 News at noon. I'm Rhonda Walker, and we begin with a major decision from the U.S. Supreme Court. The justice's ruling limits the power of federal judges to issue nationwide injunctions. The ruling opens the door for President Trump to implement his executive order to end birthright citizenship. But it doesn't end there. This ruling now has wide-ranging implications, ranging from DOJ cuts to immigration. We will dig deeper into this story for you and bring you updates in just a few minutes. But we do want to move to the weather, as we have been seeing day after day after day. This severe weather threat in Metro Detroit is once again under an alert for possible severe weather. I guess the good news right now, as I bring in meteorologist Brian Sherman, is that there's nothing on radar this moment. I see one little blip.
Yeah, just a few blips well outside of Metro Detroit, Rhonda. But much like we've seen the past few days, we are gearing up for more severe weather as we go through the afternoon and evening hours tonight. Exact Track 40 radar, just a few drops for rain, Livingston County over into Oakland County, but we are expecting the atmosphere to be energized enough to see that severe weather heading into the afternoon. Tower cam over downtown Detroit, sunshine and a little cloud cover. It is very hot. It is very humid. 85 degrees here in Detroit, but once you factor in that south wind at about 10 miles an hour, heat index values, or what it feels like outside, are well into the 90s for most of the region, upper 80s in Mount Clements, mid 80s over in Port Huron. And these numbers could touch that 100-degree mark as we head into the afternoon. The catalyst for the severe weather this afternoon, we've got a very strong cold front now moving into the western end of the state that will start to trigger showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and into this evening. Some of those could be strong to severe before we do start to clear things out overnight tonight. Highs right around 90 degrees this afternoon. We drop into the 80s with the storms this afternoon, then into the 60s early tomorrow morning. We'll talk more about the severe weather for at least the afternoon and evening hours today, and a look at a much more tranquil weekend. Your full forewarned forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Brian, we'll see you here in a few. Another big story that we're following this afternoon is a Royal Oak doctor under investigation for allegedly being involved in a human trafficking ring and may have traded sex for free health care. Our Noel Friel is joining us now with this story. And Noel, disturbing allegations coming out of court today.
Yeah, absolutely, Rhonda. We just got our hands on the criminal complaint and the warrant in this case, and the details are disturbing. A pediatric neurologist is accused of effectively ransoming healthcare in order to exploit one or more victims in this sex trafficking ring. Dr. Girish Velujabanti was investigated by the Oakland County Human Trafficking Task Force as a possible customer of a trafficking ring called Sonesta Suites. 3 other people, Antoine Fulgham, Chanel Rockard, and Sherry Grass, are now facing human trafficking charges in connection to that trafficking ring. According to the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office, Dr. Velujabanti is accused of texting Fulgham to arrange sex meetings with trafficking victims, at one point telling Fulgham to warn a victim that he was unhappy with that her free medical care might come to an end. Velujabanti is now charged with human trafficking enterprise resulting in injury or commercial sexual activity and conspiracy to deliver a controlled substance of less than 50 grams, which is a 20-year felony. That first charge is a 15-year felony as well. Live, Noel Friel, Local 4.
All right, Noel, thank you. In the last hour, we have learned that a wrong-way driver responsible for killing a Farmington Hills couple will spend life in prison. In January of 2024, Angel Melendez-Ortiz was running away from police in a stolen truck when he got on the Lodge Freeway going the wrong direction. He hit and killed Jen and Ryan Ambrosio. Last month, he pleaded no contest to 10 charges. Today, the judge sentenced him to a minimum of 74 years. A former gas station clerk will be sentenced for the shooting death of another man in June of 2023, Moad Al-Gaham. He got into an argument with Anthony McNary over beef jerky and kicked him out of the store. While when McNary went back up to the store door, Al-Gaham shot and killed him. His sentencing hearing is expected to start later this afternoon. We will let you know the outcome. 4 people are under arrest in connection to a string of pharmacy break-ins. State police troopers spotted the suspects from the helicopter while they were in the act after a late-night smash and grab at the Farmington Hills Pharmacy near 10 Mile and Haggerty. Grounds units were able to detain 3 people still inside. A 4th person tried to get away, taking off in a vehicle and then on foot, but was later caught by K-9 teams on Detroit's west side as the helicopter just continued to track that person even once he got out of the vehicle. Police say that aviation unit was key to stopping and catching the suspects. We have a reminder for those planning on crossing the water border from Canada into the United States today for the 51st annual Jobby Nooner near Gull Island in Lake St. Clair. U.S. Border Patrol requires boaters to report their arrival using the free CBP Roam mobile app available from the Apple Store and Google Play. You can also contact the nearest CBP office to your point of entry by phone, but failure to do so could lead to seizure of your boat and potential prosecution. So if you're planning on trekking over there and you're seeing this before you get there, that annual event has occurred the last Fridays of June since 1974, but they're going to have increased enforcement on that today. It was created by a group of auto workers, if you didn't know that called themselves Jobbies. Lesser known Jobby Nooner 2 happens the first Saturday after Labor Day.